On this episode of Bar Songs and Stories, we travel to the legendary Byron's in Pomeroy, Iowa, for a drink and song with one of the most sincere storytellers from the Hawkeye State, Clint Riedel. Welcome in. By my side is the Wright County Rambler, among many other nicknames, Clint Riedel. Clint.
Hey, thanks for having me, buddy.
Thanks for being our leadoff batter here, Clint.
You betcha.
So, Clint, I love your music because you're a true songwriter, and I think you connect to so many people in so many different ways across all your music. Is that something that you think you almost were naturally born with, your songwriting ability, or do you think that's something you've had to more learn over time?
I started out... I was a visual artist. I had a tattoo parlor, and I was always just in my room drawing, but I also had a love for poetry, so I always wrote everything down. And then I had a buddy who needed some money to get back home, so I gave him $100 for a guitar, and I thought, well, I could turn that into something. So that's how it started.
Really?
Yep.
So it wasn't like something that, or did you think about it like maybe when you were younger, getting into music, or it was a later in life?
Well, no, it was much later in life. I was 30 when I picked up a guitar for the first time and didn't have any lessons, just kind of trial by fire, and had a couple of friends show me a couple of chords and then thought, well, this is easier than it looks. And I encourage anybody to go out and play a guitar because it is easier than it looks.
I don't have the words to describe how much I feel for your music, so I think what we should do is just go ahead and get right into the very first song you have for today.
All right on. Thank you.
Trying to drive me crazy, 'cause I'm going nowhere fast and it's getting old. 4 truckers tried to kill me. I'm sure they all must hate me, 'cause they're taking turns just to try to run me down. Here we are, all together. We're just swimming through a 6-lane sea. Here we are, all together, sitting idle in misery. Ain't no Chicago drivers scare me. I guess the cities in general, 'cause there's way too many people to worry about. Like right now someone's hurting, and right now someone's dying. Right now someone's just trying to figure it out. Here we are, all together. We're just swimming through an 8-lane sea. Here we are, all together. We're sitting idle in unity. Well, my eyes are growing tired, but my hand and mind's still wired to the row I hoed 1,000 times before. Well, I think I need an exit to find a little comfort, 'cause I got this little song and it needs wrote down. And here we are, all together. We're just swimming through a 10-lane sea. And here we are, all together, sitting idle in misery. Just swimming through a 10-lane sea, sitting idle in misery.
East 94 and 80 is something that you wrote while on the road, headed to, was it Illinois somewhere?
I was going up to Traverse City, Michigan, and I made a mistake. I was on the south side of Chicago on the interstate during rush hour, and I thought I was going to die multiple times. And I just thought, oh, Lord, give me a sign. And about that time, it said, the next sign honestly said, birthplace of Ronald Reagan, next exit. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. And then the next sign said, dispensary, next right. So I thought, I'm going there. I pulled over and I went, I went to the dispensary, and then I did not tour the birthplace of Ronald Reagan, but I got a hotel room, calmed my nerves, and wrote that song.
Is that all it takes sometimes? Is that a usual practice for you to get into songwriting?
It is. It's lightning. It's, if I sit down and try to write, it's going to be the worst gibberish you've ever heard in your entire life. But if I'm just sitting there, actually, I was working on a song last night. Somebody had mentioned in a television program, aluminum angels, and they were referring to beer cans. And I was like, oh, I can do something. So I'm working on aluminum angels right now.
Okay. Well, hey, stay tuned for that.
You betcha.
And Clint, you can now find your music online through, well, our channel here, but also on Spotify now.
Yeah. A big thanks to a lot of people. Byron's for letting me record in this place. I got to open for Kevin Gordon out of Nashville, and Steve Ross caught it at the Tapers table, and it was such a good take that it's now an album, Live from Byron's. You can find it on Spotify, and I've got a bunch of solo stuff out there, just random little EPs, but yeah.
And speaking of, that's exactly where we're at right here.
Yeah.
Could you talk about this magical place?
Oh, I can tell you so many things about this place. This is the new Byron's, but the old Byron's is exactly a block that direction. And that's where I met my wife, because I had the opportunity, well, I'll start from the beginning. I saw Joe and Vicky Price at Byron's many years ago, and I thought, oh my God, I want to play this venue. And it just so happened I got the chance to play this venue. And the doorman, because they sell tickets and they have a door drawing, it's a raffle, and he invited his daughter and said, you got to hear this guy. The second time I played, he said, I think he's kind of funny. And she showed up, and I was hanging out with her in the green room, and I thought, well, there's potential. And I asked her on a date, and then we ended up getting married at the place we met. I proposed to her at Old Byron's. We got married at Old Byron's, and now I have the distinct honor of hosting the first Thursday jam of every month at legendary Byron's.
And that's something that we'll be sure to link in the bio of this YouTube
all
video.
Musicians welcome. Everyone. Any stage, any level, just show up and have fun, please.
Oh, certainly. It's Byron's in Pomeroy, Iowa. You can find it online. And, of course, we'll link it in the bio of our YouTube video as well. Otherwise, you've played in a whole bunch of other places all across the state and beyond.
You betcha.
And we have a song coming up that you have a story around it. Mr. Reuter and Okoboji. I don't know too much about it. What's going on there?
It's a good. So it was a blast. My band at the time, we were the Blue Ribbon Ramblers, and we were going up there, but half of the band couldn't make it. So we were playing with a fill-in bass player from Nug, Rasta Band from Minnesota, and their percussionist as well. So Jordan and we go up to this bar called Trainwreck in Okoboji at the time. And it was a train wreck. Like getting paid, finding the people in charge of sound. It was a hassle at the time. So he dropped a bunch of acid. And then we go outside on our set break, and it's really starting to kick in for the kid. And it starts downpouring a little bit, but not enough to go indoors. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bogie Nights, but it's where the ladies of the night reside.
Oh, okay.
So they're taking set breaks about the same time we are. And Jordan's over there smoking cigarettes, and I'm hanging out with Diamond and Emerald, and I'm like, how's your night? And they're like, slow. And I said, us too, man. This is weird. And about that time, we had to go make some more music. And Jordan comes up to me just wild-eyed, and he goes, it looks like the Island of Misfit Toys. And I said, yes, it does, buddy. We should probably rally the troops and go play some more songs. And he's like, let's do that. And so when I got home, I wrote this on the back of a 12-pack of PBR. It's called The Island of Misfit Toys.
Truck drivers and gypsies, strippers and hippies, all smoking while we're taking our break. Well, the cop stands on point as we're passing this joint. There's no better time, no better place. There's no better time, no better place. 'Cause we're all on this island of old misfit toys, and there's nothing that I'd rather do than stand around smoking, sinning and joking. But it's time to go play some more tunes. Said it's time to go rally the troops. Said it's time to go play some more tunes. Well, the bars are all closing. Hand me my guitar, I'll trade you some truth for a buck. If you stay through the night and you don't mind 8 inches, I'll gladly come show you my love. Said I'll gladly come show you my love. 'Cause we're all on this island of old misfit toys, and there's nothing that I'd rather do than to stand around smoking, sinning and joking. But it's time to go play some more tunes. Said it's time to go rally the troops. Said it's time to go play some more tunes. 'Cause we're all on this island of old misfit toys. No, there's nothing that I'd rather do than stand around smoking, sinning and joking. But it's time to go play some more tunes. Said it's time to go rally the troops. Said it's time to go play some more tunes.
Clint Riedel with the Island of Misfit Toys, written in Iowa about, well, Okoboji, which is a fun tourist destination.
'Tis.
Now, I know we share some of the same idols and heroes, John Prine, Chris Christopherson.
Yes, yes.
There's another song we have coming up that I believe Christopherson's writing style helped you write, The Devil's Beer. Is that correct?
You betcha. So Chris Christopherson has a song. It's called To Beat the Devil. And I heard Todd Snyder, another idol of mine, play that song because I wasn't familiar with Christopherson's version until I had heard Todd's. And I thought, oh my God, that just resonates. And it's all about a songwriter walking into a bar and the devil sitting at the bar with him and saying, you ain't gonna make it, kid. Here, let me buy you a beer. Tough times, just stop. And Christopherson said, well, I didn't take his advice, but I drank his beer for nothing. And I thought, I got this. So I wrote The Devil's Beer. It's all about being a dirty songwriter, playing in places that nobody cares to hear your songs. And, well, drinking beer for nothing.
Sometimes I think all it takes is some inspiration and a friend. There's plenty of other awesome artists from around the local area.
Definitely.
And I'm sure that you collaborating with others has helped in that regard too.
Oh, I've got a list a mile long. Jeremy Ober gives me inspiration. Jesse Wilson gives me thought. Brad Hofing tells me how to do it correctly. And there's just, the list goes on and on and on. There's so many good-hearted people around here. And compared to other music scenes, I know it can get cutthroat, but around central, northwest Iowa, we all support each other. We all go to each other's shows. After we get done with this interview, I'm going to watch an EP by this little band, Love Bomb. I remember watching them at the open mics, and now they got their first EP release, and this is their EP release party, so I'm going over there.
And I know that you have helped in many ways as far as having some local acts, especially the youngsters, help open for you.
Oh, of course. Yep.
You've always given back to the community in that regard. Where did that come from?
Well, I just always wanted to open for someone big. I never thought I was going to be big. I still don't think I'm going to be big. I just wanted to hang out with some really cool people. And so when the opportunity arises that I can actually ask a venue, like, can I bring in an opener? I'm just opening doors for other people, and I hope that doors open for me.
Well, from one friend to another, I think we should give the Devil's Beer a try.
Singing in this podunk town, I'm letting everybody down because nobody wants to listen to the songs I sing. My stories ain't worth a damn. Nobody cares, but nobody wants to ask, why would you do that to yourself? Well, the devil sits out in the crowd, he just laughs to himself. Yeah, the devil's at every show, he just laughs to himself. Well, I know why you wouldn't wanna come, know why you wouldn't wanna be here, it ain't that fun. Just the same songs over again. Because these towns all look the same. Different people drinking with different names. Yeah, these bars all look the same. Yeah, the angels don't listen no more, at least not to me. Yeah, the angels don't listen no more, at least not to me. So when the devil whispers in my ear, saying things like nobody wants to hear you sing, why don't you go back home? Yeah, I'll take his words and write them down, put them in the song and sing them in every town. 'Cause he's been writing my words for years. Yeah, the devil been using my voice, but he's buying my beers. Yeah, the devil got a story to tell, and he's buying my beer. Yeah, the devil's been using my voice, but he bought all my beer.
We were just talking about the local musicians from around the local area. I have grown my love for music mostly from hearing you and Jesse Wilson and Scott Kirkhart and so many more from around the local area. So being a part of the project that Nate and I are doing now behind the camera, it's kind of my love letter back to music. So I'd like to thank you for inspiring me to do all this stuff and letting me listen to some good tunes whenever I'm away from home.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of anybody who takes the initiative, because all it takes is doing it, and it can be done.
last time I talked to you, it was, I believe, August time. I haven't really been able to catch up since. What's been going on?
It's been a heck of a year, man. I ended up getting married at legendary Byron's, and then I held the reception at the junkyard where I cut all my teeth and met all my friends over there in Barnum, Iowa. Then we bought a house here in Pomeroy. I am now a homeowner. And then in October, I went to Menards to go get a tarp, and I came home, and there were 3 pregnancy sticks, and they all said pregnant. And I thought, I'm never going to Menards again. Never going to Menards
did the
again.
trick.
Yeah. So I haven't been back since. But she ended up having a miscarriage a couple months later, and everything is fine because she's happy, she's healthy. And the day that she told me she was pregnant, when I got back from Menards, she started crying, and I said, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. And then I grabbed my guitar and a bottle of bourbon, and I walked to the garage, and I wrote this song.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay. That's what I told your mama on that late October day. Things are gonna change around here like diapers and of course the bills. But that's just fine, cause we'll get by with luck and a little help. And I hope you get my eyes, so your mama sees them every day. With my gap-toothed grin just resting on your face. But most of all, I hope you stay. Yes, most of all, I hope you stay. Took 46 years for me to grow up, but now the time has come for me to figure out how to feed another human 3 times a day and stuff. You know, 39 years was all I wanted, but I guess I'll take a few more now. Cause I got a little home, I wanna watch you grow, be there when you say your vows. And I hope you get my eyes, so your mama sees them every day. With my gap-toothed grin resting on your face. But most of all, I hope you stay. Yeah, most of all, I hope you stay. Everybody knows heaven gained an angel today. Everything's gonna be alright, yeah, it's gonna be okay.
That was I Hope You Stay by Clint Riedel joining us today. Clint, you still have one more song to go with us today. I've told you this before now. I find that your music in particular, among many others that are true songwriters like yourself, are the healers of the world.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you can connect to someone a certain way just through music and the lyrics they write. I think it's truly special. So I know I thanked you once already, but thank you again for joining us today, and thank you for putting some light into the world.
You betcha, man. I think that's every songwriter's job. You know, make them feel something. If you're mad, make them feel mad. If you're sad, make them feel sad.
And I'd say you certainly play true to yourself in every sense of the word. Is that something that you look forward to in artistry that you listen to, people that are mostly true to themselves?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of John Prine that rubs off on me. Specifically, I remember this one time I got done with the show early on, and this lady walked up to me and she says, "Man, you sound just like John Prine." And I was kind of pissed. I was like, "What do you mean I sound like someone else? I'm me." And she she led me down a rabbit hole. I ended up listening to more John Prine than any human probably known to Christ. I just fell in love with this man. And now the biggest compliment I can get is, you sound like John Prine.
Yeah. And that still goes on today with his Oh Boy Records.
Yes.
And the influence he has on independent artists, which I know that you love as well.
Yes, there's been a couple of, they call them vinyl cafes when the record store shows up and we go to a brewery or wherever, and I'll just look at, who produced it. And if it says Oh Boy on the back, I've been turned on to so many good artists like Arlo McKinley and just random artists. Just because of that label right there, I have trust in John.
Yeah, I love them all. They are really wonderful. You can check out Oh Boy Records as well. You have one more song for us today, Clint, and I'd like to get to know the backstory before we play it.
Sure.
It's titled Here We Are.
Yeah, so I was living in Clear Lake, Iowa at the time, and I had a buddy who was traveling from southern Iowa back home to Cresco up by Decorah, and he stopped by my house and he said, "Hey, man, I need $100 to get back home." And I said, "Oh, I don't have $100." And he said, "Well, I'll sell you my guitar." And I said, "I don't play guitar, Hippie." His name was Hippie. He's like, "Yeah, but you can't play a guitar if you don't own one." And stoner logic, that makes complete sense. So I said, "All right, I'll give you $100 for your guitar, but you're going to need another guitar," because he's a musician. Like I used to hang out and listen to him sing songs around the campfire all the time. And he's like, "Oh, I'll get another guitar. Don't worry about that." And I said, "Okay." So I bought this $100 First Act is the name brand. So I spent about $60 more than they charged at Walmart at the time for this guitar. And I was writing poems and I was like, well, I still don't know anything with this guitar, but I could probably put something to it. And here we are, because 16 lonely years ago, I gave my buddy $100 and he gave me a guitar and a key to the world, because now I'm just singing songs and rambling around.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you take it home with Here We Are.
Years ago, I fell down this rabbit hole, not quite sure where I might land, but here we are right now, with my guitar and my silly songs, standing on stage just a little too long, trying hard to offend no one, but here we are right now. You know, I never meant to hurt you, I never meant no harm. Singing songs and telling the truth, well, that's my only job. And these stories that I'm telling, there's no room for fiction. I got a silver tongue, a bucket of songs full of 3 chords and the truth. Well, now I'm forced to bite my lip all over some dumbass. A couple of songs that had come out wrong. I said, let me clear my throat. Nobody knows where a song might go, in one ear or on the floor, but I sing them all while I ramble round. I said, let me clear my throat. You know, I never meant to hurt you, I never meant no harm. Singing songs and telling the truth, that's my only job. And in these stories that I'm telling, there's no room for fiction. I got a silver tongue, a bucket of songs full of 3 chords and the truth.
We'd like to thank the legendary Byrons in Pomeroy for sponsoring today's session. Find upcoming events and all the info at byrons-bar.com. And find Clint Riedel Music on Spotify and Facebook. For sponsoring our next episode, being the bar on our next stop, or our next guest on the show, email us at barssongsandstories@gmail.com.